Sauce it down, sauce it up. You too much, you too much. Ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Going out, going nuts, going down. Sauce it down, sauce it up. You too much. Ain't enough.
Hey guys, it's super cool that everyone's as excited as they are about the video I was able to put on YouTube. Just watching of myself watching some game film that I like. Just wanted to keep that up with the second part of the first half. Again, that second 10 minutes, and just breaking that down. Got a lot of cool ideas from people that are close to me in the game, and also doing fly things themselves about the things that I could do to make this even more awesome. And so expect to see me have people hop on here and start talking about these games with me. Hopefully going to start branching off and doing some USA games and different international games like that. Lucky enough to have access of footage of all different levels and all different divisions across the world. So just want to show people that and kind of give you guys my take on kind of the things I see going on in wheelchair basketball and different things like that. And again, I'm definitely a guy of the Knights of the Round Table, you know, a team player, if you say. So I definitely don't think I'm right all the time. I'm looking for new opinions and opportunities for people to kind of not prove me wrong, but show me a better way to kind of get things done. So if you guys have any advice for me on that, as far as it could be coaching, just video recording myself and different things I could do better on that, different tips you use to motivate your players, different things like that. Anything you got for me, any specific comments or concerns, feel free and feel confident enough to reach out and want to work with me. Appreciate you guys.
Back in the action, and it looks like Travis is struggling to get that ball over the press. And
okay, right here, you see, this kind of looks aggressive, but what Evan does a good job of is Travis starts to struggle here. Dustin's got these long arms, right? Travis is this guy with the ball, the little dude with the ball, right? Evan's 34. He's going to pass it to Jesse, who's over here protecting himself on Peter Berry, who's 31, right? The reason he's grabbing this ball from Travis is because he sees Jesse freed herself up and she's protected herself, right? So she can catch this ball nice and easy if he delivers the ball well with specific intentions, right? Specific intentions with effort, they lead to good results.
They get it over. They get it. Very.
And what I mean by that is a lot of kids, you know what I mean? Let's break that down. Specific intentions, right? A lot of kids, they'll push hard, right? They want to work hard because that's all they hear. Work hard, work hard, work hard. And they'll push really hard and they'll go try to set a pick and they'll run into somebody with their foot plate, right? Well, effort with specific intentions means that you're trying to specifically go set that pick and make sure you're doing it right, right? Not just blowing somebody up just because you want to work hard because somebody told you to, you know what I mean? Knowing what you're working hard to do and why that's important.
Very close call there. And
look at this, right? Okay, this is detail too. Do you see how Carrington's kind of got his front wheels up here on Thomas, who's got the ball posting him up? Let me move my big fat head so y'all can see what actually happens in this game, right? Carrington's got his front wheels up right now. The reason his front wheels are up is because Thomas took his foot plate, right? He didn't run it into Carrington. He just put it on Carrington's big wheel to make sure he knew where Carrington could go, right? And then if you look, let's run it back. We can run it back here. If we go back here and watch Evan's pass, watch how Evan, right, with the ball in his hands, delivers this ball away from Carrington where only Thomas can get it. And boom. Here, you see that detail, right? Not just throwing the ball to Thomas, right? But throwing the ball to Thomas and throwing it to a specific spot. That's all really important.
Over to the side, and just too big for Carrington.
Yeah. And I think Carrington should have tried to reach for that pass. I think he should have stayed there, positioned himself to try to
make it a tougher shot.
Make it as tough of a shot because that was way too easy for
Carrington on that baseline with Garrett. Oh, they got to go pick and roll here. And Evan, good help on that. Side. Garrett, gotta go pick and roll.
Make it as tough of a shot because that was way.
Okay, you heard the announcers, right? They said this was a good help situation, and it was. Like, it's very good for a junior level help defense, right? Watch what happens here. Travis gets stuck right here, right? He's not in good position. So what he needs to do is get that big wheel on the other side of Garrett's foot plate so he can be ready to jump Carrington if we need, right? And then Luke right here, he's kind of jumping out himself. So there's two different ways you can do it, right? You can jump from high and jump from low. And right now it looks like Luke's going to jump from high, which is kind of bad because we can already see that Travis is giving up the baseline. Boom, okay. He jumps from high, but watch this. Travis is really cool, right? I'm a little upset. It's okay, but watch how well he recovers to do his job, right? He knows where he's got to get to within our defensive rotation. Travis, the little guy here, right? We're going to use this little mouse that's behind Big Luke, covering him up. He's going to slide really well to Carrington's chair. Boom. And now Evan's eyes, right? He knows that he's got a good defender in Jesse, someone who can cover Rodrigo right here and make sure Peter takes a tough shot. So what's he going to do? Slide right over. And look, again, big wheel to foot plate, right? You know, I coach players too. And the first thing I tell them to learn defense, right, is big wheel defense. Because that's the part of your chair you need to get on, again, someone's foot plate to make good contact and not get a foul. What happens? Boom. He misses the shot, right? But look what happens when you don't run the defensive rotation right. Do you see how he's all in the paint? You know what I mean? Let's go back. Here, we're here, but we're late on our help. So you're late. When you bring the help, what you want to have is Evan over here right now, right? Because if Evan's here, Garrett's not in the paint. That's now a jump shot, right? And Carrington's still got to worry about Big Luke who's behind him covering him up. And then Jessie, what she's going to do is just make sure she's covering Rodrigo, making that the tough layup, and then ready to get out on Peter's shot because he's a good shooter, right? Instead, what happens is we make him miss that first shot, right? But watch what happens. Boom, he gets to clean it up, and he's a big man, so that's 2 points. Guys, watch this. Watch this. This is really good by Jesse right here. Just going to work and work and work. And good things will happen when you work, work, and work. Working, doesn't get it. Still going to work, doesn't get it. Look, now, all of a sudden, it's just happened naturally. 2 points, right? I'll bring it back for you guys. All that was work, right? Making it tough for them to decide who they have to guard. Work, 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 work. By the time they figure out who they have to guard, we're already scoring 2 points. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate the compliment. See, the three he takes, look at where we're at. Above the three-point line, right? That's the new wave of the game we want to see right here. Look, we got our dives at the block, and that's super cool. But, you know, you see the NBA, you see what's going on. Like, next level stuff, if we can start getting our dives out here, setting dives like this, and now we got our shooters at the three-point line, man, it's going to be fun and exciting. That's a tough shot from out there. Definitely a tough shot. Look at Big Luke, under control. See that again? You want to see that fundamental stuff again? That's important. Boom, under control. I'm cool. Gonna keep it on my outside hand. He can't get to it because it's on my outside hand. Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. Look at this. See, look at all these people getting back picks, back picks. What's happening behind the screen? Back picks, back picks, back picks. Now look, we don't know who to guard, coach. We don't know who to guard. And then what happens? We got about 17 seals on the other side. Look at Jesse. Again, not as good a job of Travis of getting good contact there. She kind of rolls through a little bit more, but definitely does a good job of still getting there, controlling that, and making sure Evan has the space to score for 2. Woo! What a good seal. Boom. Perfect. We're out of there. And look, fist pump from Jesse. Everybody feels good. You know what I mean? 5 guys together. Everybody on the court knows the value of their job and why they're doing it. That's important when you coach somebody. Look at where we're picking people up out here at the white line, right? And then we're getting back to our line, of course, but that's still frustrating as an offensive guy trying to score, right? And now, oh my goodness, Evan, Jesse, look at their defense. Look at where they're at. Look at Big Luke. Big T doing his thing, sagging off on defense. Defense isn't really his thing. Trav, Out on the three-point line. That man is crazy. Look, he can guard him. You guys can guard people out here. We got to start getting contact out here. Tough finish. He's nice. Tough finish. Jesse, look at the control. Ball away from the defense where he can't get it. Under control. Look at this, guys. Just making decisions off of what the defense wants to do here, right? Everybody might see Thomas right here and throw this ball. Let's see what we're going to do. Look to Evan. Evan throws a nice little pass fake. Dirty. Oh, my goodness. We're going to get 2 points here. That's offense, guys. That's teamwork. Everybody feels good. 5 guys together. Man, playing basketball like that is a lot of fun. That's how goobers like me with cerebral palsy get a little action. Travis picking him up off the three-point line. This man Peter likes to shoot threes. Didn't get a lot of opportunities this game. Still hit a lot of them. Here, good example of good defense, right? Evan's going to slide over. One of the things Evan was really bad at is he gets all mouth-watery and wants to go after this ball, right, and foul somebody. One of the things I talk about as a coach, right, is don't be a pillow, be a brick wall. If you reach up, right, if you reach up and try to go for that ball, all you're doing is softening yourself up for the defense, right? If you go in, put your hands on your wheels, get that big wheel in front of that foot plate, now you're nice and solid, right? And it's like running into a brick wall. So you can imagine what it's like trying to go in and shoot layups on a big, fun, bouncy house or trying to go in and shoot layups on a brick wall. It's a lot different of a story, right? Harder to do on that brick wall. What happens here? Comes off. Man, Big T, keep your head up. Catch and shoot. Watch this. Okay, look, guys, look. You see where everybody's at? Look. Let's get it set here. Do you see Big Luke? We're going to get the screen like this. Look at our offense right now, right? We've got everybody in a specific spot. That's important. Right now, Travis is doing some next level stuff, trying to get that high steal. But again, I'm going to tell you that stealing is a 2-man game, and watch what happens when that guy is not ready to follow the seal, right? Boom. If you're not ready to follow that seal, it's instantly taken away because, right, basketball's a thinking man's game. You got to have a little anticipation. The defense is going to have time to recover. But let's talk about our offense. Everybody in this offense, right? Everybody kind of knows the base offense. If you look at it without acknowledging that Travis is going to set the seal, right? We just look at our offense. We see 2 dives, 2 shooters if you know the game of wheelchair basketball, right? If you don't know the game of wheelchair basketball, the 2 dives are Jesse, the little dude on the block out here on the right side, and Big Luke here, who's covering up Thomas, getting ready to try to follow the seal, right? So we got 2 dives, 2 shooters behind those dives, right? Behind the screens is what we call them. And then we got Travis at the free throw line. Cool, right? That's your offensive set. Well, everybody in wheelchair basketball that I've seen coach, they understand that you need to get 2 dives and 2 shooters, right? And you need to have somebody at the free throw line. But what I see, and what I see from a lot of coaches and a lot of people right now, is we're just telling kids, 2 dives, 2 shooters, balance the floor, right? But then again, you got to tell them how. You got to tell them how to balance the floor specifically, right? So if I'm a guy that's playing wheelchair basketball and you're coaching me and you tell me balance the floor, then my head goes, okay, I can do that any way I want. But if I'm your player and now you're coaching me and you specifically tell me, balance the floor by going to the dive for Thomas so we can do this, this, and this is what your options are, right? Now I have more of a clear understanding of what you're asking me to do, right? More likelihood that I'm going to be able to make something happen instead of just, hey, figure it out, however you figure it out kind of thing. You know what I mean? Specific communications, right? Specific effort with specific intentions leads to good result. So you have to have specific intentions of actually teaching people what you want them to do. See, catch and shoot, right? A lot of the offense, the reason why you get that set up is so you can swing the ball around the horn. Swing the ball around the horn, catch and shoot. So what happens? We don't put the ball, as soon as Evan puts the ball on the floor, what's he looking to do? Swing it to the other side so he can get himself set back up. And then Thomas, if he catches his ball and they're late, boom, I like that shot, catch and shoot. I didn't take my eyes off the rim. That's money, right? That's the offense, catch and shoot. And everybody feels good. Look at where everybody's eyes are, right? As soon as that shot goes up, what do Evan and Jesse do? What happened in Jesse do? Because everybody's engaged in this offense, right? We set it up and they're swinging around the horn. They start to get back on defense because they know what's going on. They're aware, right? They're aware their shot went up instead of one guy just dribbling down while everybody gets set up. Again, we get 2 points here because we deliver it where only Thomas can get it. Boom. 2 points. See, Evan, I like this shot from Evan, right? But what we talked about after he took the shot is why is he zigzagging back and forth? If you're a guy that's going to roll in and take a look at this shot, right? And in this situation, I'm talking to my shooters. I'm saying, hey, if they don't come up on that three-point line, right, like we were, Travis was on Peter, then I want you to shoot the ball, right? And so they didn't come up, so Evan's going to shoot this ball. But before that, he's weaving back and forth. Again, try to cut out any unnecessary movements. Go straight to the rim so you can eye it up, have all the time in the world, and knock that thing down, right? Get in the zone. Some people like to be James Harden. No, I get it. I get it. I don't get it. I'm not that talented. Look at Travis, man, making a difference, right? Instead of going from being a little dude, what's he do? He's not backing in. He's not backing in and making and causing a foul. He's backing his chair up so he gets position, right, to be able to guard this shot. And what's it do? It makes a difference. Details. Details. Travis, great D. Man, look at this. Look at Evan over here. Making calls, talking to his teammates. Like, man, he's not that much of a social dude, but this is what basketball is doing for him. Good stuff, man. That's the stuff that's important. Big Luke, you get a foul there. Way to keep your hands on your wheels, but look at that foot plate. You see we go foot plate to foot plate instead of big wheel to foot plate. That's why that's a foul, everybody. Good call, Schnee believes. See if we got a box out real quick. I want to see. Look at everybody on the box out. Do you see that? So look at everybody's box out. Again, do we go towards the basket? No, everybody's got a job, right? Everybody's got a job. We got our eye on the basket right now. We can have our eye on the basket. But look, we made sure we took care of our guy, and the ball ends up falling right to us. Guys, the details. Box out so the ball comes to you every time. And when it doesn't, you'll be ready to play defense and stop them again. Again, catch and shoot. Watch. Catch and shoot. It's that simple, guys. Eye up the rim. So, so many times, like people like to get out here and they catch this ball, right? And somebody jumps them, and then all we're going to see is a figure eight. Back and forth, dribbling the ball. One guy trying to run this pick and roll, right? Well, you put that ball on the floor, you make your move, you see what the defense does. If you don't like it, you're going to swing that ball over, set it up, and the defense can't think through a whole new rotation in about 2 seconds, so their rotation now, right? So now when you get that ball back, boom, it's smooth and easy, and you know exactly what you got to do to get your 2 points. Thomas over here feeling good. Look at where Evan's picking up Carrington, guys. Look at where Evan's picking up Carrington. Smack, out here on the 3-point line, right? Making him make decisions now instead of being able to just be at the basket making decisions about what he's going to have for dinner after the game. You know what I mean? We're making people play basketball. Luke, tough. It's because you're big. You see this? Look at this. Look, my man Luke is a quiet dude. Do you see Evan right here? This is something important. All these players want to have something to say to the refs about what's a foul and what's not. But look at this team right here. Luke's a little frustrated. Obviously, has a lot of reason to do it. But his man Evan's just going to come over and let him know it's all good, bro. It's all good. We're just going to play basketball. Smart dudes. Guys, this is so much fun to coach, and I'm telling you. So much fun to be a part of. The Bucks, you guys are fly. Houston, you know how I feel about you. Look at that delivery, guys. It's easy now. It's easy now. Thomas, he's an all right shooter, right? He's an all right shooter, but we put him in a couple situations to be successful, and then he ends up being a great shooter, right? Swinging that ball, catch and shoot. He's shooting with the same form every time, 100%. Boom, it's money. He's a machine. Look at him. Look at him, man. Look at that shot. Oh my goodness, splash. He even looks like Brook Lopez. He even looks like Brook Lopez. Splash Mountain. Look at the shot the offense has to take, right? Because we're on chairs, right? On chairs. Contact. Still don't want to give up that shot, but now we're swinging it around the horn a little bit faster. You know what I mean? Now we're a little bit more uncomfortable. If you can look at the offense here, instead of just being able to take a bunch of shots they want, look at how they're passing the ball around right now. Boom. You see? And Travis is cleaning it up, and I'm going to get all hyped because he forced it to jump ball with all these big dudes on him. He says, I'm big too, which I'm hyped about. Yep, I'm definitely hyped about that. We got a shot clock violation. Ooh. Sports Center. This man Peter, he definitely was able to press Evan all the time. Boom. Said, I got to get on Sports Center real quick. Again, Evan right here. Another good move with the chair. Coming to seal Peter off. Boom. Seals him off. Now he's looking at Trav trying to follow the seal. And he's under control with his chair, right? Under control with his chair. Comes in under control. Unfortunately, we're going to get the wrong call on us. But you don't get them all, right? Boom. We get a charge. Don't get them all. Really? Still, again, if you go back to everything that happened, here's sealing it off. Travis knowing what his job is, where he's taking Evan. Look at the shot that we're going to end up taking, guys. Well, right underneath the basket. All he's got to do is drop it in. Again, where do we pick him up at? Where do we pick him up? At the three-point line, right? And where's his hands? Where's his hands on his chair? Hands on wheels, right? He's not reaching for that three. Because if he makes it, that's a tough shot. If he doesn't, we want to be ready for the rebound. Man, that one was a little rushed. I'm pretty sure more let him know about it, which is funny. A good job again. Hands-on wheel defense. A lot of people want to reach for this ball and try to swat it hands-on wheel, man. If you make that tough, I don't want to foul on me. See, Mora, not as much control. Tough to see on camera. Gets the charge call. Jesse, look at where we're picking him up at. Look at where we're picking him up at, right? We're out above the three-point line. Perfect. Good defense. Look at everybody getting set up. Calm and under control, right? Calm and under control. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to swing the ball around. What Thomas could probably do a better job of is he knows what to do, so he's kind of doing it, right? He's doing it naturally. He's driving, right, after he swings that ball. So he's swinging the ball to Evan, right, 21. Thomas over there, big man, swings the ball to Evan, and then he makes a little move, right? He makes a little move because he knows he's got to drive after he passes. But he does a really good job of watching his pass right there. He needs to not do that and drive with the intentions of actually making Dustin move a little bit so he can create space for offense. And if you look at Big T right here, what he's doing a nice job of is setting this pick high side for Mora. But the problem is Carrington is still ready to be there to be the help. You know what I mean? Carrington being number 12. Travis is here, ready to set the seal for Mora, who probably sees it. But again, Carrington's going to be there, ready to be the help. Boom. They do a good job of recovering there. Houston does a good job, right? Out here on chairs. Boom. Contact, big wheel contact. And now they're playing defense on us. Do a good job of that. Big T is just a crazy shooter. He's the man. He's one of those guys that definitely benefited from the understanding of 75% confidence, 25% knowing what you're doing, because that man is a beast. Just a beast. Quiet dude, but definitely a beast. Cool, too. There we go. Seeing kids get hyped, right? This is a quiet kid. Look at him. Look at him playing basketball, getting hyped for his team. I love it. I love it. All the personalities that came out in this game. That's what's fun for me as a coach. Over here, this is a really good offense. You know what I'm going to call it? Isolation today, right? So what we got is two people on the offside screening for a really good shooter, right? And then we want to have a strong side. Jesse's got the idea down. Everybody on our offense has got the idea down. But if we're all thinking things through, Mora, who's over here, right, a threat to make them have to bring the help over here on this isolation, should probably be in this dive spot for Evan. And that's why Jesse's got their head back here looking at the coaches, trying to figure out what's going on, right? Because we're telling them that Mora needs to be over here on this block, right? See, Mora kind of gets it. She's telling Thomas to be over there, which is a cool idea too, because Mora is a good shooter and she can be behind that screen. But there's a lot of options, right, when you coach the game this way. Thomas lined up that shot. You see what I mean? That's a tough read, right? And we'll get more like, so in future videos or whatever, I want to like get the whiteboard out and really break down what's going on offense here and all of our different threats. So like, I apologize if you're not really understanding what's going on here. But if you look, right, they have to have 3 defenders over here. So if you brought a strong dive, right, a good finisher, and a good shooter over here, we're going to get 2 points. Because one, they have to give up this shot, or two, if they jump this, we're going to get a seal low and they can give up this shot to Mora, or Mora will take the seal and give it to Thomas, or they'll jump here and Travis will seal for Mora or can seal for Thomas. It's literally a play with 17 different options. Like, you got to have the athletes, of course, but I really feel like there's a lot of talent in this league and a lot of teams could be running stuff like this. Just want to go back really quick, looking at the box outs. Boom. Big T's doing a better job of finding his man and does a better job of not pushing in until that ball hits the rim, right? Let that ball hit the rim and figure out where it's going. And then we're going to go get it. Stay on your man until then. Again, under control, right? Boom. I forget it's the end of the quarter. Travis, good look at a 3, though, bud. Up 14. Got to take that. So yeah, like that was the first half. Like definitely just a lot going on there, and like, you know, in future videos we could pull out the whiteboard and really break this stuff down more. And I want to do different things like that for sure. Definitely, again, I think that just making sure you're coaching the specifics, right? And if you're a player, you're doing the specifics, you know, because a lot of people are putting the effort in, and sometimes when you're trying to put in a lot of effort, you're just working really hard with no direction, right? And if you can have specific intentions, that'll kind of help you put your hard work and focus into action and kind of get some things done. You know what I mean? I think a cool way to end this video though would be to show you guys like that they interviewed me at half and just kind of showing you guys that literally like this is something I want to do my whole life. I've watched NBA coaches get interviewed. I watched players get interviewed after the game. I remember being a kid and sitting in the living room with my mom and watching all these people, these sports people go meet kids and do all these things. And I said I wanted to be like that one day. And you can just kind of see how I put all the stuff I've learned and I've been paying attention to into just being a coach.
Athletes are all coming together throughout the course of 2 days, and we're just kind of battling against each other 3-on-3 style. You know, there's veterans, there's gold medalists, there's Paralympians, and I love that one because you just got to deal with some other people all the time. Step out of the normal 5-on-5, have fun with it. Toyota Varsity National Championship game. I'm here with Coach Jordan Scheidecker, coach. Guys, the big lead at halftime. How you feeling?
Man, I know Houston. We've been playing them for a while. A lot of my guys come to summer camps, and you see them around. They're some ballers, man. And I know they're getting some big shots. I'm telling our guys right now, keep running our defensive rotation. Take them out at any time. 15 points is nothing to them. They got some shooters on that team for sure.
Talking about shooters, Thomas Oberst is on fire. 28 points at halftime. Was this part of the game plan, or is he just on fire?
Yeah, it's nice that we're able to kind of run our game plan for the first time all season. They pressed us, and it's been tough for us. I've been telling the guys all year just to believe in what we got going on, and now we're playing our game. And we talked to the guys before, their shooting percentages were a little low, and I think it's because they were putting the ball on the floor and trying to eye up the rim again. We're swinging the ball back and forth, if you can't tell, catch and shoot, and it looks really, really nice. A team ball game for sure.
Yeah, great team game, coach, and great performance in the first half. Good luck to you, yours in the second half.
Hey, man, I really appreciate it. Not done yet, though. Definitely not done yet.
Yeah, he's right, folks. We're not done yet. Second half coming to you soon on Facebook Live. Stay tuned. We're good. You know, it's a culture. Everybody that